Elder, the mentor is your man.
Who was that? To everyone watching this video, this is the Elder the Mentor Show featuring a very special guest, a very special person, human being, who has a lot to share with us. And without any more further ado, I want you to welcome Mrs. Carlista Moore Condé. Carlista, welcome to the Elder the Mentor Show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Hilda. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Carlista, I believe everyone watching this video now, because this video is actually about you, about your global experience, which you're gonna be like, able to talk to tell us more about it. But I believe that everyone watching this video will might be wondering, okay, so who is Carlista Moore Conde? As a person, as a
Um,
professional, so do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
oh, sure, Hilda. How would I describe myself? What I would say is I'm a young girl who grew up in Florida from humble beginnings, who had big dreams of being an international ambassador. And those dreams, Hilda, took me around the world, 4 countries, um, anchored in a world class education, chemical engineer by training. But what I think is most important is throughout a 25 plus year career, I developed many skills, Hilder. Skills and innovation and leadership and science and governance and multicultural curiosity. And all of these skills have helped me transform and grow businesses. I've been entrusted with delivering sustainable growth for multiple big Fortune 500 big companies in France, and one you may know, the number one beauty company in the world, which is L'Oreal. And because of this, and because of all I've gained, honestly, I'm at a point um, in my career where I feel it's not fair if I don't do more to uplift and empower others by leveraging these skills I've gained across my career.
Wow, wow. I love that. So you mentioned like 25 plus years, even though you're still young, just like you said, right? And you do look
Yeah.
young, but it's very important because we all came to a point in our life, in our career, that we felt like we had to learn from someone who's been there, done that. And I believe you are that person to many others, like who actually look
Mm.
at you, they're really like willing to learn from you. So, but tell me more about your current position. Like, what do you do currently? And you said that you have been trusted to take on a position, a very important position, right?
We, I work at L'Oreal. It's as I mentioned, the number one beauty company in the world. I
Wow.
love beauty. I love creating solutions for consumers, all consumers, that not only work, but make them feel beautiful, that they enjoy using, and builds their confidence. And so I spend a lot of time doing that. I've been entrusted to do that. I spend a lot of time thinking about strategy linked to that, growing organizations linked to that, mentoring the next generation of leaders. And I have done that at L'Oreal for our global hair care portfolio, a 7 billion portfolio with up to 20 brands worldwide. I've had teams worldwide. And I say had because soon, breaking news for many, I'll be transitioning into an additional role. I've been entrusted based on my skills and what I've delivered thus far to be Senior VP leading inclusive innovation and consumer experience for North America. For all brands, all categories, a bigger portfolio than what I've been responsible for in my current role based here in Paris. And
Wow.
so I'm quite excited about this. I'm honored that my skills can still be and should be leveraged to continue to grow the company. And like I said, that's what I do in my day job. It's very important. And I am focused on doing more.
Wow. Wow. Well, congratulations. And I want it to be very clear for everyone watching. So you have been entrusted to take the position of, as a senior vice president. Is that right? At L'Oreal, right?
Yes, at L'Oreal in
Yeah,
America.
in America. That's very good. Well, that's a very good thing. So, and you mentioned about the strategies because I know that you're also a strategic mentor, right? So, how many people do you have
Mm.
under your leadership at this moment? Oh, you will have. I mean,
Yes, yes. And so right now, I have over 120 people in my previous role around the world, hubs around the world. And so it'll be a matrix organization when I go into my new role, tapping into folks across the different métiers.
okay, wow. You
Yeah.
just mentioned métiers, and I know you speak French too.
Oh, oh my goodness. Yes. And before I lived in Paris, je parle pas français. I spoke no French. And
Right.
that's been one of my joys, which is to learn the language. It helps you learn the culture as well. But métier is a French word for categories, product categories.
Exactly. I love that because I miss Paris too. I used
Yeah.
to live in Paris. I lived and worked in Paris for
Yeah.
I think it was about 3 years. But it's still a good thing because the global career that you have and you have built, it's solid,
Mm,
it's proven, and you have been able to deliver high value to this company. And I believe that that's the reason, or one of the main reasons, why they actually entrusted you to take a very important position as a senior vice president. So, what kind of challenges I mean, face at the beginning of your career? Because maybe at the beginning,
mm,
later after 10 years, because you
mm,
have 25 plus years, because I want this video to really
mm,
help those people. Maybe they started their
mm.
career at the senior level. Maybe they already there, but they kind of like struggle a little bit
Yeah.
with leading other people, with creating
Mm,
effective and high functioning strategies to help build
mm,
and
mm,
grow the business. What can you tell us about it?
mm. It's a very good question, Helder. And a career is a marathon, it's not a sprint, is the first thing. And there are a few lessons I've learned, many the hard way. Um, However, many I learned via the generosity of strategic mentors to me. I'm only here because I stand on the shoulders of giants and many before me. As I mentioned, I've worked across three companies. I spent 20 years at Procter and Gamble, and I still have many cherished mentors in my life today from that time. And what are some of the I went through many phases, and what would I tell you? A few lessons I've learned. One lesson is when you come from a lived experience
Mm,
that is different from those you are interacting with, the onus is on you to help build familiarity and create relationships with others so they know who you are. Um, and because relationships matter. So that's one of the first things is very important.
right.
Another thing, Helder, when I've um, found myself in difficult situations and I reflect on what's worked and what hasn't worked, many of those times have been where I found myself, I describe as on an island by myself. And in a career, never get on an island by yourself. You always need others to know you, know your story, know your accomplishments, know your struggles, feel part of helping you grow and deliver and create. So just never get on an island by ourselves, never retreat, even though many times you may feel that way. Um, and I can go on, other lessons, because many times I've been the only in a room,
Yeah.
only with maybe how I think, only American, only female, only person of color. And I focused on a couple of things, Helder. And one of those things is um, always protect your peace.
Mm.
And what I mean by that, sometimes you have to pat your own self on the shoulder. Many times you have to get your congrats internally and not always externally. And so, protect your peace. And if you walk like a giraffe, and I've been described as I walk like a giraffe, a little bit. A giraffe, if you watch a normal animal walk, it's like, normal front leg, back leg. But a giraffe, their legs sort of, it's a little weird when they walk and run. And so it's okay to walk like a giraffe. Own it. Own your story, own your space with pride. That's the second thing. The last thing I would say for now, because I can keep going, the last thing I would say for now is um, carry your sunshine around with you.
Mm.
So I would tell everybody, I'm a Florida girl. I carry my sunshine around with me, particularly when I spent 5 years living in England. And anybody who knows England knows they don't have a lot of sunshine often. So carry your sunshine around with you. Why? Because then it's not susceptible to anybody or any conditions. Yes? And so that's very important because some of the days are tough. And I guess one more thing I would say is find a bigger purpose and meaning in what you do. And it's a big portion of my story right now. Um, it's anchored in faith, it's anchored in giving back, it's anchored in my belief that I would be remiss if I don't do my job to share all these gifts that I've gained in this life with others because my story is very unlikely. And so, how do I empower someone else? Which is why I co founded my nonprofit, which we can talk about, Waka Social Foundation, to help learners in Africa and beyond leverage AI and digital skills to solve solutions and make better lives for themselves. Because honestly, it's because of organizations like Waka Social, that I am here today. And so now I'm trying to offer that opportunity to as many people as I can as well. So um, there you go. That's a little bit about me.
I love that, and it's a very good deal. It's a very big deal. I mean, and it's just simply the fact that I told you earlier, like when I look at you, I see that you really want more. You want to learn more. You want to teach more. You want to empower more people. You want to help more people. And could you tell us, like, what exactly motivated you to come and
Mm,
get this? Like, I just shared, like the your executive portal because I don't think
mm,
you really need it that badly. I mean, but
mm,
you love innovation and you have
mm,
an innovative mindset in everything that you do,
mm,
which you put in everything that you do,
mm,
right? So
Mhm.
why or what exactly motivated you to innovate even more, just like you did with your portal?
Mm. Mm. Because I love innovation,
Right.
because I love creation and strategy, and at the same time, I love science and technology. I'm a chemical engineer by training.
Wow.
Couple that with a love of community. Um, Anybody who knows me knows community, teaching, bringing people together, uplifting the underserved, giving a place at the table for those who would be left behind is near and dear to my heart because I was that person that needed a place at the table. And so, what drives me is to whom much is given, much is required.
Required. Exactly.
Much is required. And the other thing is, life is not promised to us, life is short. How do we take full advantage of it and uplift, empower, and share the many blessings that we've been given? And so, this is what drives me. Again, a lot of this, Helder, for those who believe in faith, is anchored in faith. Um, but if you're not a believer, that's okay. It's about making the world a better place and leaving your mark on it. Those could be words that we hear often, but I really do believe in that. And I work hard to ensure my actions align with that as well.
Wow. Wow. I love that. And it's so important. It's so important because just like you said, to whom much is given, much is required. So we do have not only the gift, but I would say the calling to empower others. Well, you're a
Mm,
mentor, a strategic mentor. I'm a global mentor. And our mission is just not about, and I keep saying, like, it's not about my business. This is not just my business. This is my life because we have to empower
mm.
others. You've been empowering because you're leading over 100 people, like worldwide, right? You said.
Yes, in my previous role, yeah.
Yes. So now, as a strategic mentor that you are, what's your goal? Like, what kind of like specific help you want to provide to others who actually
Yeah,
still struggling to potentially lead, potentially
yeah,
to creating strategies?
yeah, yeah. And I've spent a lot of time focused on this. And it's because of these skills I've developed across 4 countries, 3 continents, 3 companies, over 25 years. All of these skills in leadership and innovation strategy and driving growth, transforming businesses and organizations. Honestly, I want to bring those skills to bear to help as many leaders leverage and learn from what I did right, what I could have done better.
Right.
And it's more than just leaders in the next generations, it's also to help companies,
Mm,
help boards um, create sustainable future fit strategies for companies
right.
to drive products and services that are more inclusive, which is near and dear to my heart, um, to have science led strategies that can drive differentiation,
Wow.
to create organizations that have the mindset to innovate with the agility, the depth, and the curiosity needed to innovate in the pace that's required to win today. Because I've honed that. I've honed that across cultures, across continents, across companies. And all of it is also honed, anchored in my lived experience as a Black female executive,
Mm,
many times in male dominated fields. And so I can bring that to bear as well to help individuals and organizations grow, perform, and be better.
wow. Amazing. So, that's actually the goal, to share what it is that you do, you have as experience, the person you are, the professional, the executive, and high level executive, we have to say, because it's not about the braggadocio, it's just about realizing, being grateful, and accepting, celebrating your wins, because this is one of the things that people usually do not do. They do not celebrate their wins, even small wins, right? If you're faithful with the
Mm,
little things, God will trust you with the bigger things, right? So, with that being said,
mm, mm,
let's just say, regardless if it's someone, uh, an executive who's looking for some help with strategies, with the leadership, just like you mentioned, with innovation, or
mm,
the same
mm,
company, someone listening and say, well, I need someone to go and fly higher, like potentially Carlista. The question is, why should someone, a company, or a person either work with you if they need mentorship, or hire you potentially to add significant value?
mm,
What's so different, what's so
mm,
special about you?
mm. What I would say is I am a heart led and business led leader. What
Okay.
I would say is I've honed my skills in innovation, in leadership, in transformation across many vectors, internationally, globally, cross cultures, with proven results across companies. And on top of that, I was born with a mindset of internationalism, mm, transformation, innovation. And so I'm not only doing what I'm good at, I'm doing what I'm passionate about, and have been passionate about for decades. And I'm also doing what is on purpose for me. And so, if you want the combination of heart led leadership, business acumen, skills that have been proven and entrusted, someone who's been entrusted with major responsibilities in major companies, and has delivered, then I'm your girl.
There you go. Wow. So, how do they
Mm.
get a hold of you? Like, I want to share with your permission here. I shared previously. They can
Yeah.
scan, for those watching on computer or TV. They can definitely scan
Mm,
this QR code, which is going to take them here to your executive portal. Another innovation,
mm,
so people like get to know and learn more about you. You have your social media here. They
mm,
can go here, and they can follow you. We actually um, more incentivate them
mm,
to actually follow you on social media, where you actually spend some time sharing some knowledge. They can read more about your bio here. You know, have a video. I love this video, by the way. Even though, like, I don't understand a lot about the beauty industry, but still, I could feel the confidence, the boldness. You have another video here. So we want to invite everyone who want to know more about Carlista, more Condé, to actually just go to any of the social media, where they will find a link, the same link, which is going to drive them here to your executive portal. As innovation woman, girl, is just like you call yourself, you are. And
mm,
yes, they can scan once again the QR code, or they can just find you on Linktree, on LinkedIn, I mean,
mm,
Facebook,
mm,
Instagram, and they will definitely find there on the bio the link to take them to your executive portal. Carlista, I want to thank you so much. I know you have a lot more to share, but I told you this is just potentially the first one, and we're gonna have more opportunities in the future. We hope to have, so you can share more. And I really think you're doing a great thing because I can feel that you're coming from the heart. You coming from the heart with open heart and open mind. Any last words you want to say before we close this interview?
So first of all, Hilda, just thank you dearly for having me. Thank you for your mentoring, your coaching. I really appreciate that. I also thank you. This Hilda, the Mentor Show, is empowering and helping others. So thank you. And just that, what would I say? What I would say is, I really, really am focused on sharing what I've gained via the skills I've developed over a very good career with as many people and organizations as possible. Because if I don't do that, I don't think I will fulfill my purpose.
Wow, I love that. With that being said, this was another episode of the Helder the Mentor Show, where we had the opportunity to not only about the topics that we actually discuss in this show, which is the business, the leadership, and the sales, but we were fortunate enough to meet Carlista more Conde, who shared so much and great insights here. Thank you once again, Carlista, and I look forward to having other opportunities with you where you can share even more and help more people just like you're already doing with your different activities. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Helder. Have a good evening.
Good.
Elder, the mentor is your man.
With Helder.
Elder Felipe.
Helder.
Elder Felipe.
Elder Felipe.
Anybody who could listen to him, work with him, learn from him, it's going to change their life.